Oh,
Now, is Fred running the meeting?
No.
no, I am. We want to get through it quickly. Yeah. So, yeah, just for a point of information, Gwendolyn, and you can verify, it really, the president doesn't have to run a meeting. Anybody can run a meeting. You can appoint somebody to run a meeting. So just double check on that instead of let it be a conversation or an innuendo every meeting. Okay. Good morning, folks. Thanks for coming out. You received, it's now what, 11 o'clock. You received the affidavit of the notice. It appears we have a full board present. Mrs. Gwendolyn Wager, Mrs. Cook, Mr. Sager, and Mr. Taransky, and me. We did not really have a meeting of last February. That was a disaster. So the board is approving the minutes from December 18th, 2021. Is there a motion to accept the minutes as presented?
I motion to accept it.
Mr. Sager, is there a second?
I second the motion.
Mrs. Cook, is the board in agreement to accept the minutes as presented
Yes.
From December?
from December?
Yeah.
Yes? Yes. Okay, we're all in agreement. The first item on the agenda, originally Jack from River Shores was appointed. He then resigned from and moved. So we're having a board reorganization. What is everybody's preference? Fred, do you want to continue being president?
Yes, I would enjoy that.
Okay. Peg, secretary?
Yes.
I can continue being treasurer. Bruce, what would you like to be?
Well, Gwendolyn, would you like to continue to be the vice president?
No, thank you.
Okay.
I
Then,
would like you to be the vice president, and I can be a director.
okay, I don't have a preference as to what position you'd like to assign to me, so I'll take the vice president if she'd like
Vice
to
president.
switch.
Okay. Please let me just be clear about one thing. We are all directors. We are all equal. You are aware of that. These are just simple titles of
Okay.
certain activities.
All right.
Okay? So is there a motion for that slate? For president, secretary, director, vice president, treasurer.
Vote that we reorganize.
Okay. Gwendolyn,
It's fine.
Bruce, and the board is in agreement?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Do I need to help somebody in the door?
Is that your mom?
Yes, it is.
Do you want to take a minute and help her? Okay, we're all in agreement.
Okay. You got your ears in? Okay. Go ahead. She's just getting...
It's all right, take care of her, no, that's,
Tony, I don't know if you remember Annette Eaton.
Mhm.
Did you remember her?
Mhm.
She's 97. I spoke to her on the phone yesterday, and she said to say hello to your mother.
Oh, how nice.
Continue.
Thank you, I will
Sure.
tell Mom when I see her.
No.
No, okay. The registered agent, I'm playing that role. Do you want me to continue playing that role?
Yes, please.
Okay, that's the one who gets the lawsuits. No problem. Number two, so the board is in agreement. Number two, the bank signatories, bill pay and credit card. Currently, Peg and I are on the bank account. I use bill pay to pay the bills. They are the standard bills. There is nothing outrageous. And Steve and I have a credit card for Middle River Club, expenses only. That's been in the past. Do you want to make a motion to continue that?
And I stay a signatory also?
No, you are on the River Shores.
Can I ask a quick question?
Absolutely.
Are we on any kind of auto pay as far as?
No, I don't do auto pay. I check every bill that comes in.
Okay.
Every bill that comes in is reviewed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I make a motion to keep the bank signatures for Peg and Tony the
Okay.
same, or the,
And everything,
actually,
okay.
instead of using names, I'll use secretary and treasurer. So
Okay,
that-
is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
Mrs. Cook, is the board in agreement?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Number 3, the law firm authorized contacts. Currently, Peg and I, we have, what is it, Kay Bender?
Yep.
Help us all. Peg and I are the contacts. Do you want to keep it that way? What do you want to do? Do you want to keep Kay Bender? Do you want a different firm?
While we're in the middle of these things, keep them,
Keep them, okay.
and then we can evaluate later.
I must tell you, it doesn't matter which firm was ever used, it's always the same outcome. It's never pleasant, and always a lot of work for me. Anyway,
Just a quick question,
Please.
Tony. I don't have a lot of information about the law firm. What's your opinion of the current folks we have?
I just said it didn't matter which firm we
you don't
used,
really care.
they're all the same.
Okay.
I can go back 20, almost 30 years. It's always the same.
How long have we had this current firm?
Can you speak
Oh,
up? I
I'm
can't
sorry.
really hear.
5 years
I was
or
asking
so,
how
6
long we've had this
years.
current.
Is it me you can't hear?
Both.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I'll face you. No, I have
Thank you.
trouble understanding people when I'm not looking at them. So I think 5, 6 years, something like that. I mean, they're okay, but it doesn't matter which, I have to be on top of them.
Well, I think if we got to a point where you felt there was some other firm that you'd rather work with,
Good.
we could look at that.
Good, find one. If you know one,
I don't.
you have Peyton Boland, what do you think of them?
I think they're pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Peg and I shall remain the authorized contacts. Is there a motion for this?
I motion to keep them.
Fred, is there a second?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll motion.
Bruce?
Yeah.
The board is in agreement? Peg?
Yes.
Okay. Finally, some progress, and thank God I got a good price. The front hedge, to remove it, you have that attached to your package. Fred had gotten a price of like 17,000. I was thinking in the area of 10. We got 53.75. We would be fools not to get moving on that project.
But that's not to replace anything.
No.
That's for grinding and removal.
Correct, they must
For
be.
$5,375.
$375, correct.
It is, you're suggesting it's the same company or a different company to put in something, or are we waiting? Like, we took ours down and we're waiting
Okay,
to sort
so
of see what's going on.
first of all, I suggested to you that Steve has a vendor, and I would use Service Queen to provide a bid, because I did discuss it with them. Because Steve's guy is going to take a little bit longer, he's one guy, but it depends upon the price. Steve had mentioned basically $10 a plant installed. I think that's outrageously low. I can't even fathom that. So if we're talking 100 plants, $1,000, that there's either I misunderstood, which I hope I did. I would not feel right inside paying somebody such little money to do a
Okay,
lot
but
of
we'll
work.
have a meeting in the future
No,
to decide
No,
what's
I want to
going-
get everything done today.
But we don't have prices and bids and things.
Well, the board will look at it. We're just, to move forward, then the board will take another look at it by
I
email.
would prefer that. I mean, I'm fine with
Yeah.
this, removal
Yeah.
and stump
Yeah,
grinding,
yeah.
but I want to take another look at the replacement.
Oh, yeah,
prices
but
and
I don't
bids.
want to come back down here. We're just going to move forward, just to move forward with the replacement once I have the information.
And then we email.
Yeah.
And get a general consensus. That had
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I do want to have another meeting.
Yeah, we're
I'd
going to
like
have another one,
schedule-
just not, yeah, let's move. We're trying to get moving. So we don't want meetings to hold us down, and this one is good so far. So we want to move along with projects rather than.
I'm not trying to hold up projects, I'm
Yeah.
just trying to get information so
Okay.
when people.
You'll have the
actually-
information, that's not a dispute.
Okay.
It's just, we want it, yes. So, is there a motion to have the hedge with this company?
Yes.
Fred, is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
Peg, is the board in agreement?
Yes.
You could say vote no, it's okay. It's okay. Peg, how do you vote?
How about yes?
Yes. Fred?
Yes.
Bruce?
I just have one quick question.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about Service Queen? Anybody recommend them, or?
They cut the trees. They're the ones who trim the trees.
We use them
Oh,
for hurricane.
Oh,
Yeah.
Work on the
I
trees.
don't-
So
I'm
when
fine.
they came out, I asked them if they do that, as well as doing the lawn service, and they do. And since I was able to have a conversation like an adult with them, which is a rare thing, like follow through, and then it's a back and forth thing, unlike many companies, I said, well, the worst case scenario is it gets tried with the grass service and it doesn't work out. So, but right now we're on the bushes. I used them. They did a decent
They
job.
did a nice job with the trees.
Yeah, so, you know, it was a lot of work. I actually saw their manager pulling the branches, which I thought was, they did not have a biggest crew as they did last year, but nonetheless, they came, they did it, they followed through what they said, they continued. So it's a step in the right direction, but I cannot guarantee the future. Like we had hometown, things change, it changed hands, so you never know. You understand that? Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So Bruce, you're in agreement for the hedge?
Yes.
Gwendolyn,
Yes, I'm in agreement for the hedge.
okay, for the removal. We're at the
Yes.
removal stage, and so am I. Okay.
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
As an estimate, obviously, the hedges look horrible now. When we get rid of everything, it's not gonna look any better until we replace it. How long do you think it'll take before we have another company come in to do that whole replacement?
Soon as we do today, I have to send this to
Hi.
Service Queen,
Hello.
and I will ask them for a bid, because I did discuss it with them. So where you need to get involved perhaps today is go by the fountain. There's a hedge. I think it's called Arcola, I seem to remember. Take a look at it. It's a little sticky here and there, but it hasn't been fertilized. As you could see, when it is trimmed, it boxes well. The one Wendelin, though it's a great product, it does not box well. And actually, Jack had a landscaper come out and say that, and then I realized when I was walking around, I did notice it. So we want something that's boxed, and then once it starts growing, it has to be maintained. The problem with that hedge is it has not been maintained, even though there have been requests multiple times, bring the hedge down, and if you go look, it's thin here and then it's thick here, then we can't look out when we're trying to hold. So hopefully start the plants at 3 or 4 feet. It'll start growing. We're gonna have to look at it for a year. But the end product will be, and make those beds. If you look at good homes and projects, the beds need to look good. It really makes a big difference. So that is why the best thing is to remove it and start over again, something that doesn't require constant maintenance. And the white fly on the ficus requires it. So,
Tony, do we have to concern ourselves with filling it with quality loam to assure good growth, or is
I
that
think it's-
something that they take care of?
I peg dirt. I'm presuming it's a hardy, the one I think is
Yeah.
the Arcola. I think fertilization will work, but I don't know. I could ask. I have no clue. So today, we're just agreeing to, you could look at it and we can make a final decision, but the thing is to get moving with this project. So we're on number 5, hedge replacement. So the board, you're voting to move forward with the project for the replacement. We will get the details, and I'm sure we will get a decent price. As a matter of fact, since Steve just walked in, we can have a quick comment. Steve?
No, I don't want to comment. I want to see a quote, and I
Yeah.
want it in
Well,
writing.
we'll have a final, yeah.
I don't need a comment
Well,
from
no,
Steve.
when his guy can come out and once it's removed.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have a little bit of an issue with jumping forward with replacing the hedges as soon as possible, when I think some other things have been neglected. So that's why I'm concerned.
Well, we
with-
can't leave it, so right now we got a good price on the removal. So we can't leave it open. We have to do something about it.
Why can't you leave it open for 6 months?
Oh, no. I don't.
Why didn't we have a meeting or anything to take down that bulk? And now you want to nitpick on every little thing like that? What is up with that?
I just feel that this trumps some of the other
No,
issues
I'm
that.
saying back then, you didn't stand up. You let that happen, and that's against our rules.
I let that happen because we felt it was on our property.
Well, it
That's
was
what-
on your property. It's not like you felt. It
It
legally
was
is on your
legally
property.
on our property.
Well, that's not exactly true statement. It was on both properties.
Yep.
So, but it was a Middle River Club Board issue. So you went ahead and did what you wanted, and it doesn't appear today there's any consequence for that. So it is what it is. And it put this complex in major jeopardy, and there was a big problem around here for, I think we kind of got it settled down a bit, but it hasn't resolved the big picture. So, again, we're moving forward to have the replacement. It needs to be done. We
Okay.
cannot have it open. You can always vote no.
Will you have 3 bids, or will you just get 2?
Probably 2. 2 is enough. Yeah, I'm not expecting it to be big money.
Okay,
Yeah. So,
fine.
yeah, we need to move forward. That's the key. So, is there a motion to start moving forward with the hedge replacement, and then we'll get the final numbers and let's get it out of there and see where we are?
Yes.
Yes. Fred, is there a second?
I second the motion.
Peg, is the board in agreement?
Yes.
Bruce?
Yes.
Yes. Peg?
Yes.
Gwendolyn? It's okay to vote no?
No,
No. Oh, I'm sorry. Gwendolyn, no.
I'm voting no more
It's
on the
okay. You have to-
timeline
Yeah,
of it.
you're gonna
than
see it,
the
Gwendolyn. We
replacement.
just understand, having boards and everything is a longer process, and I'm gonna get into that with the air conditioning thing. Front fountain area, the removal of the fountain, replant, and new fountain. I was fortunate enough to stop by a fountain place down in Miami the other day, and they are not that expensive, believe it or not. I almost fell over. I thought we were going to be into, whatever is done, some people will like it and some people won't, so it doesn't matter. There's currently a fountain there. It really needs to be replaced with the fountain. I believe that tub is leaking. That's one of the reasons why and then the pump was stolen and all that stuff. So get everything ripped out, and not everything there. The palm tree should stay, and maybe redo some of the landscaping. Again, you'll have the opportunity to review it before anything is finalized. The key is just to move forward. So we're moving in that direction in baby steps and thinking our way through it. Oh, and to include the sign, Peg had a great idea to just simply repaint it, perhaps similar to the colors of what the Middle River Club is, that gray out there or whatever. And then let's try it for little money to see what a big improvement is and go from there. Is that?
That's provided the wood isn't all termite.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know, I haven't had close inspection. to see
Either
if
have I.
it's Worth painting.
So remember, and it's certainly my opinion, if we start major with that sign, the city is going to need to be involved. I don't know the setback. They may approve it there. I don't know. Maybe they'll say it has to be smaller. So for the moment, again, it's a baby step moving forward, but still a baby step. Let's try and see what's there that could be worked with and make it happen. And see, it may be the answer for little money.
I 100% agree.
Good.
I would like it to be blue and